Good to start, just in the room, Chris. Oliver, Sharon.
All right, we're good. I'm gonna call this meeting to order. It is 4:03 PM on April 8th, 2025. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Approval of the February minutes.
I don't see my name on there, and I do believe I was at that meeting.
You were, because I had written that you'd had comments for it, okay.
That's all.
Want to be counted, you do.
Yeah, because I know you were, because I remember seeing that I had written or I had a comment that said Oliver said something.
Any other corrections?
Move to accept it once that correction's been made.
Second.
All right, motion made by Jerry, seconded by Joe. Anything else? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Is there anyone for public comment? Do we not have, oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, apologies for being late. Police action out there.
Are they? Oh, just outside?
What's going on out there?
I have info for you.
Okay. What's going on? You saw something else?
It had a, I come off of 64 into 6. And from there, we just sat there and they had all 2 lanes blocked and 1 lane going through it. Of course, everybody's.
Merging.
Mm.
Interesting. Is Deborah Smith here for public comment? Online?
Debbie, did you have any kind of comments you want to make?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Debbie's the deputy director of the TDA.
Okay.
She just the last couple meets going in the end to listening.
Okay. Approval of the agenda. So there's nobody here for public comment, I assume. Approval of the agenda.
I move.
Okay, Nancy moves to approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. All right. Human staff reports.
All right. Yeah, we don't have. Basically got everything in the team and staff reports. First thing, we have an intern that I want to introduce. So Stephanie Sweeney in the back is our summer intern. She's going to be here longer than summer, starting now till the end of August.
Yeah.
And she, if you want to introduce yourself.
I can. I'm Stephanie Sweeney, and I've actually lived in the neighborhood in the hood for about 10 years, but I've been in Western North Carolina for almost 15. I am working with a master's in public administration. My previous life, I was the director of banquets at the Grove Park Inn, and now I'm going to foray into local government. So I'm working with JD's team, everything there, but I'll be excited to meet everybody, and I'm here to help in any way possible.
Today is her second day, so. But she's still in classes, so she'll have to duck out a little early, but she'll be here with us all summer. So just general updates that we've got. So we presented to City Council on March 26th about the special events. That was included a lot more than what we just talked about in here, because it was a lot related to just the resources that go into closing the streets for special events as far as public works and police and all of that. So we gave them that information, and I forgot Lindsay's on her way. We gave them that information, but then they didn't provide any direction at that time, and I haven't heard any further updates for it. Next thing was parking coupons, just a little update on those that we've given out. So we've given out about 1,000 in that promotion that we did for as of yesterday. So that was the ones that went out with water bills, kind of that local discount, which was a free parking with Park Mobile. Which that's up, I believe, from what we had done last year during this time. The next thing that I had for board or general item updates was we'll be coming on our board renewals starting soon. And so the people whose terms are up, no one is termed, like you have to serve 2 full terms
You don't have to serve two.
No, no.
But you can
Yeah.
serve two.
before you have to leave. And so because of how we changed the board a couple of years ago, Mark had served his first term was a partial term, so that's not a full term. So he will be at the end of his first full term. So he'd be eligible to renew for one term. That's a Main Street stakeholder. Phil has served one full term, so he's eligible to renew for one term. Hang has served one full term, eligible to renew for one, and Jerry served one full term, eligible to renew for one. Jerry and Hang, I believe, are both Main Street stakeholders. Or I'm sorry, Jerry, I believe is Main Street stakeholder, Hang is at large, I think, or Jerry might be at large too. I'll have to go back in and look.
I'm most likely at large.
Yeah, so we've got, so those would be two at-large members that wouldn't have to be specifically Main Street or Seventh Avenue stakeholders. Bill Seventh Avenue. Also, if anybody chooses not to renew, just let me know, so that way we can know what positions to fill whenever the applications are posted.
A lot of that has, because when we had to go through with the city secretary and change everything, it all started to flop right over again, didn't it?
Whenever we combined the,
Haven't gotten you and me.
yeah, that's when they all started over, so that's how
I knew she would.
whatever, I can use a snack. Yeah, so that's really it as far as those updates. So just have it in mind, even if your name's not on here, but if you're thinking that you're ready to not renew, then just let me know. So then that way we can, it's better for us to be able to fill those positions whenever they vote for them in, was it July, when y'all vote, or June or July, Lindsay, when y'all
You
do board appointments?
in
July.
Oh, no,
No,
you
you-
appoint in May or June and they start July 1.
That's right. You're right, it's June. So yeah, just let me know, and I'll send out some official stuff on that, if I want to get everyone thinking on it. That's just general stuff. Next I've got Community Character Committee. You, want to give any kind of update?
Yeah, so last week we met, kind of finalizing some details on Street Festival. Kind of getting into more of the little nits and bits about, mainly, having some, blocking some access to vehicles and how we're gonna accomplish that and, with the property owners and businesses. So we got that pretty much mapped out. The vendors, I think the way it looks as far as the vendors on the street are gonna be pretty much like business related vendors, businesses that are on Seventh Avenue that are doing something for other businesses in the street. Not necessarily keyed in vendors on the upper block. Now, that will be pulled over from the farmer's market and that will be focused mainly on Maple. So there'll be a lot of activity on Maple and then up the upper block of Seventh. So we've got a map, we've got a flyer in the back that Jamie did up in the back. So we're starting promoting that one big time in-house in our businesses and online, obviously. So that was good. And then, you know, we had a lengthy kind of review of public art policy. And I think the big takeaway on that was Jamie had laid out kind of breaking up, kind of getting a little bit of a rough timeline of goals and timestamps on those goals. So that's what we have lined out here, April 1st, May 6th, and June 3rd.
Yeah,
Add to that.
yeah, what we're looking at, because we kept kind of with the public art conversation, it was hard to kind of get it honed in on a conversation, because it just kind of kept being talking without figuring out what to do next. And so what I proposed and we agreed on is, so right now on Main Street, there's already locations in some of those round planters that are already designated for public art areas from when they did the streetscape, 10 years ago? And so we're gonna look at trying to address one of those planters as a way to kind of figure out this policy for it. And it might even be borrowed artwork or rotating artwork. So then that way we've got it figured out for this one planter as our way to at least have some progress on getting those next steps together.
So you're talking about the rounded ones, those are like 2 or 3?
Yeah, like in the summertime, they usually have like a hanging basket stuck in it.
Okay.
And then in the wintertime, they've got like one of those starbursts that are,
Called public art. Those are designated public art, is
yeah. Yeah, that's in the streetscape design.
And
So
they're,
would we
they're
be-
uplit as well.
We would
we be
move
like
them and
taking-
put something there.
Yeah, right now, there's nothing in them.
Would the
Yeah.
top be like taking that whole rounded piece out or just
Yeah.
putting something in? the-
Putting,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
if the top is stable enough, also depends on what the piece was. Let's say there was some talk about starting off with some like a loan sculpture. And just to start with, to get
Like
something in
David or
place,
something like that.
so. Exactly.
what's that?
Like David or something, get that on loan.
Bears on top. They're already there.
Yeah, we just wanted to figure out a way that was doable for the committee to kind of chew on and move with, on something for that. And kind of build a policy out through that process. And then one thing on the Seventh Avenue event, everybody put on your calendars to be there, and especially at 2 o'clock on that day on May 3rd, because we'll do a ribbon cutting. And I've ordered like 600 feet of ribbon, so everyone will be able to get their little piece of their Seventh Avenue ribbon, and I'm gonna order a bunch of scissors, and everyone can have their own. That's the point. This is the only thing I want, is to have a long ribbon.
That's all I ask.
And everyone cuts it at the same time.
And also on that, you guys haven't heard, we did secure the Sight Brothers as our headliner for that event, so they will
Who
be
is that again?
the Sight Brothers.
Mhm.
So they're a local group. They tend to draw a crowd, great guys. The Sight Brothers have actually been involved in numerous capacities in the Seventh Avenue district, so it's totally perfect to have them, but they will be performing 3 to 5. And they put on a great show.
Yeah, and the Art League is going to be doing the reveal of their banners at the rescue mission, so where the brewery was. So that way, that'll kind of activate that space, which will be nice. It'll either be on that stairway entry or inside. I think they're gonna kind of play that by ear based off of how the sound is on that day, was my understanding.
And they're gonna have the art on display at the new Locust Linda's building, which
Yes.
is now gonna be the new location for the Art League Gallery.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it with community character right now. And then economic vitality, Aaron's not here. And, so just a couple of updates that I have here. The Jane Asher Building, 344 North Main. Seeing that front facade coming off soon, in the next few weeks. They've got the equipment request for it. I don't know the exact time for it. So that'll be super exciting.
Do we know what kind of impact it's gonna have on the like the sidewalk area or the street on that corner?
I can't remember the exact, we were really pushing them to get it before the event started. Number one, and
From our business.
Yeah, it should-
They're gonna be shutting down any corner of those streets.
I don't think so, but I don't know that I've gotten that final, layout of how they're doing it. It'll probably be some of those parking spaces in front of there.
But not, most likely not like a street closure for a day. or-
No, I don't think so. You hadn't heard anything on that, have you? I don't think it would be closing that whole street. I think it probably would be like some scaffolding and stuff set up. But if I find out there's any major
Yeah,
impacts like that,
I'm ready to close it, because I might probably just close for that.
yeah, we don't want to do that. We gotta have lunch. So that's really exciting. And then Sam with the Historic Preservation Commission, him and I have been talking about if there would be an opportunity to do something with that aluminum facade when it's down. I don't know, like, I think get somebody to cut up in little pieces and make like earrings or something. I don't know. And sell them.
Take a lot of errands.
Yeah. So anyway, they're looking at that from the Historic Preservation Commission side. It is.
In one of the rounds. There is an artist that.
Yeah.
does the big metal and wood things. I could
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Be in one of the.
that'd be pretty cool.
Man,
Yeah,
I could do,
just cut off and stick it in here.
Into the fountain somehow.
Cover.
I mean, could we fix the molar?
I would love, Jamie and I already talked about this, and I would love for us to tackle the fountain. It'd be nice if we could have a plan by the end of this year.
What if we wear football gear? Oh, not that.
Tackle.
Um, we, with the fountain, Public Works was looking, like, what we want to figure out is, talking with someone who understands the fountain water mechanism, so then they can say, this is the water mechanism. And this is what we think you can do with it, and then kind of go from there, because the water function seems to be still working fine. But it's gonna be a time where that does need to come down because of some safety issues.
If you changed it into a giant planter, then the mountains would look like they were amongst trees if you have water to water it. I just, you know.
That's where we gotta talk to the fountain people to figure that part out.
So you're gonna put that project in community character or in, I guess, community character?
It would be a community character thing, but it probably also would be. The community character committee would have some parts with it, but would probably have some city
That's a spot for.
city oversight on more, so that way it doesn't come down on the community character committee of like,
We're moving it or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just so that way it's not,
Was they are?
it's Lindsay's decision on.
It's Lindsay's, just throw me under the bus, I don't care.
Yeah.
We need to fix the fountain. I know
Yeah.
Jamie and I have been trying to do something with that fountain for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
By First Citizens.
Yes.
Yeah.
One corner.
And I think it's time. I think it's been long enough that that's been up there, and like Jamie and I talked that it might be a cool idea to turn it into a memorial for Helene. Yeah, I think it could be really cool.
yeah. So that's where we are right now, is trying to figure out the functioning of the fountain, the water mechanism.
Because we also can't spend a bunch of money on it, y'all. We gotta do it on a budget.
What did it, oh, we can't spend it, is that?
And not,
Yeah, yeah.
because all the rest of council will go, no. We're not doing that right now.
Yeah, and the press for that.
Football.
The 314 North Main Street where Scotty Joria was, that they had taken that front facade and they've been empty for a while. We've met with them several times. So I know that they've been working on getting their engineering and everything together for that. So I don't know what their timeline is, but that one is kind of in progress. Those are the two main building projects. And then on Seventh Avenue where Daddy D's was, there's a new business that they've got a new awning up now called Bellwether's Landing. We met with them the other day, and they're gonna have like some international type of food, like market type of space food, but not a huge amount of market space.
Going into Daddy D's, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I'm not sure how to best describe what it is that they're doing, but from how they've described it, it sounds like it'll be well. And they'll have a small event space in the back with the commercial kitchen. So I think they'll be doing some like cooking classes and things. I don't know if you've talked with them. so-
Cafe Rel.
It's just a bakery.
You have that on Main Street.
That's for the old.
It's just another bakery.
Oh, does anyone know what?
This is
She makes bread. She makes-
a French restaurant.
Have one in Franklin.
Yeah. The other thing with economic vitality, so last week, for that committee, we had this group that came in that I had met through my leadership class. They were from Pennsylvania and Ohio, and they had received a grant about doing business incubators or a connection or a network of business incubators in the region. And so they came and did focus groups with Economic Vitality Committee plus several other groups. And so what they'll do is put all of that together and do a feasibility study of like what to do with this space. They were really good meetings. They were impressed with what all we've got going on here, and hopefully we'll get some more, some good input from them that can go ahead and the idea would be that after this feasibility study's done, they would then apply for a implementation grant where there might be more money to like implement what things they suggest that we do.
And they were, I don't know if they say this to every city they visit, but they were very complimentary of our town.
Yeah. Yeah, they were basically like, this is the best one that we've been to, and best of everything, so they really enjoyed it. And we filled up those days, they were busy days. Then at the end, I just have kind of just ongoing of what businesses are coming and going.
Dish Girl is sold.
It is, okay.
Yeah, they closed last week.
You know what's going in there?
It was bought by the, what's that cool jewelry spot next to Mezzaluna?
That's all.
It's the Bethel bought it. I'm not sure they're moving there, if it's gonna be storage or,
Oh,
but I think the Vessel people purchased it.
Interesting.
thanks for that.
Mhm.
And I realized I did not include, I don't think I have on here, Spicer Green is opening, next to Caroline, next to WAG.
Item, oh, it's the Board Attorney's Office, yeah.
And I met the guy from there the other day. We were out and he seemed like a real nice guy. I didn't have that included on here.
Here is a really high-end jewelry.
Yeah, they've got a location in Asheville. That's been there for,
Sorry, what time was this?
I don't have it. I forgot to include it on here. Spicer Green Jewelers going into where the, Christmas store was.
Is it green spice?
Spicer Green.
Yeah, it's pretty high-end stuff. They're
Yeah.
one of the original ones downtown.
But they also have like regular line jewelry. I mean, but it is like modern and full service jewelry
Mhm.
place. It's
Yeah, they've
a
been,
lot of selection and they can service like any type of watch. Like I don't know there's anybody that does Rolexes in town, but they do. So they will.
like my Rolex.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Jamie. Pink Promise Bar.
That's where Kingmakers was. Mhm.
Interesting.
Cocktails, it's, how many do you want, the tea?
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, I want the tea.
Yeah.
That's,
Good.
she's
That'll-
she's cut her teeth on the West Coast
Yeah.
and, yeah.
So it'll be like a real cocktail
Yeah.
type of bar.
She's been she's
Competition.
been at Golden Pineapple up in Asheville for the last couple of years.
Yeah. And before that, I don't remember where she was, but she knows her stuff when it comes to coffee. What's her name?
Timmy.
Hoffman.
And a custom built bar made in Europe, we shipped over there, so that it should be pretty.
It's gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what their timing is.
That's on the corner with.
Yeah.
They're getting close. They're getting really close. They've had a bunch of big deliveries.
I saw the two taco spots and now both of those.
Yeah, they're both open.
Anybody go to El Paso yet?
I'm not.
Big.
8+ vibe.
Yeah,
The food is good. It's still nice.
got some kinks to work out.
Yeah. Service is great. Food is good.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you go to Tipsy Taco too?
I tried that one.
Which one do you like better?
Oh, people on the spot.
Okay.
I believe this falls under informal discussion, Lindsay.
Yes.
Informal discussion.
Amazing. Give it that.
Very nice.
We don't have a lot on our agenda. We're having food review.
Love you both of you. They're welcome.
One word for it. Facebook. Duh.
Let's talk out.
Scotty's Jewelry Move?
Give me that.
No, that's, I'm talking about that building. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, wait, never mind. I was thinking of a different thing.
Yeah.
T Concepts.
That was. Oh, yeah, that's what's going into next to,
Wait, what?
Playwood.
Hearth and Heron.
Mhm.
Mr. Clay.
That's what's going into
Chicken shack.
Heron Gordon Chicken Shack.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. What about, so you should add to this, Tea and Spice is
Oh,
going to be called
yeah.
Ginkgo now?
Oh, they've changed their name?
Yes, and it is a tea house. We're moving towards a classic tea house, so they're getting rid of their spices. They do
It's gonna be called Ginkgo.
ginkgo. They do like the tea ceremony. You can go get there,
Cool.
get tea, go there. I mean, I love tea, so.
Yeah, that's cool. Is it same owners?
There, huh?
Same owners?
same owners, a couple new people, like pretty invested over there, and they did their floors. They got new floors, they opened an old, they thought it was a skylight, but I actually think it was ventilation for clean, or ventilation after we went to with, what's his face? Yeah, but painted, got some chandelier, I mean, it's really nice looking in there now, and they've got moving towards higher quality tea, and they already have some higher quality tea too, so it's improving a lot. And I think it'll be an awesome addition. So it'll be kind of like Dobra or High Climate in Asheville, more towards that, but it's gonna be its own thing.
Or where you can like sit and, 'cause it was like not really a sit and drink tea type of,
It always has been, but they just never really took.
yeah.
They're probably gonna be expanding their hours. I'm not sure what they're doing with that yet. I mean, they wanna catch like evening people, like go drink tea
Can they
after
put a
dinner.
few tables outside? Like,
I don't know. The sidewalk's kind of narrow right there, but that might be a conversation you should have with them, Jamie.
That is
Visit them.
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Should,
Yeah.
So Jeff is the owner, but then you should try to go one afternoon when like Megan and Pete are there.
Go at high tea time.
Jamie, there's a correction. It's Art League, not Arts.
Oh, okay. I'm sure there are plenty of typos in those.
And Jamie, I spoke with Brad, last week regarding the street festival, and he's definitely gonna wanna be involved. I mean, it won't be open by then for sure,
Okay.
but he wants to do something out in front. I don't necessarily in the street. I think he was saying he wanted to do something kind of like closer to the building itself, where like he could show people, like basically gonna use it in a marketing
Okay.
thing. I don't think
The
he's-
Hearth and Heron?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be serving anything, but I think he just wants to be able to talk. He's been very much proactive in talking to members of the community and letting people know what they're doing, so.
You ever have Bone and Bottle on here, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're on there.
All right. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's just kind of general update of stuff we've got going on as far as moving and shaking. Beehive, they're moving a couple doors down to where just Ducky was next to the soap place. So then the location where Beehive is will be an open spot. Then last I've got in here are just lists of events. So this first sheet is events that we do. And then after that is just street closures. Just so that way y'all kind of have an idea of when the street's gonna be closed and where. These are all of the ones that we are currently aware of, and ones that are just regularly occurring events. Yeah, so that's just something you can have handy for that. Some of them later in the year, we haven't received any kind of application for, but we just put them in there as ones that we're.
What is Ville to Ville, Hendersonville to?
So it's a road, it's a running relay race. It's a
Yeah.
Pretty big deal. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. We've done the last couple, we've vended at it at Southern Appalachian the last couple. I'd say a turnout of at least 1,500 people,
Wow.
not more.
Yeah, starting Asheville, and then one of their changeover spots is that on Eighth Avenue by Southern App and got on. And they don't, that's the only area that they close for the street, and then the runners are just on the road.
And they drink beer at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Judgment free.
Hey, after they ran,
All they want is beer, coffee and salted pretzels.
Well, where does the relay go? I mean, what's from where to
It's
where?
Asheville to, is it
Greenville.
Asheville to Greenville?
Greenville, I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's Asheville to Greenville.
Yeah,
So the runners do,
Stop and get a
the runners
beer.
do
And
one leg.
and then they switch, the next runner goes, yeah.
Stretching for like 8 miles, other stretch for like 10, 12, 15.
Anybody here running it?
Look around the room. I don't know. This side is pretty good. Well, everybody's great. Sorry. I'm just talking about myself, okay? I would make it from here to that wall and I would just fall over. It's all about me. That's a Biden gap right there.
One thing I don't have on here that's not, that I just, as far as a business promotion, I believe it's May 17th through 23rd is Strive Not to Drive Week. And so that's done like as a region, I think it's a national promotion, but the regional, what's it called? What's the MPO? What's that stand for?
Metropolitan Planning Organization,
Yeah, so transportation, regional,
Regional Transportation Entity.
The hen party.
yeah.
Security.
So they put that together, and so they asked if people wanted to do any type of promotion, kind of like how they do kind of sort of like how they do Peppermint Bear, but like a little passport deal of like if someone rides a bike or takes transportation to a business, they can do like a stamp. So we just put out some information on that, and I've got some flyers to hand out to businesses. So I've got a form to fill out if anybody wants to do that, just a free promotion for that. And then also the Jump Off Rock race. It's gonna end the same way that it has ended since it started on the 400 and 500 block. But we've had a lot of issues the last few years about the 400 block because there's not vendors or anything set up there. It's just kind of dead space. And so we worked with the race organizers to get that block opened up earlier in the day. Just if you hear folks upset about it, we're working on trying to get that block opened earlier. But on the flip side, they also have promotional stuff if any business wants to have like a discount or anything with their race, like a discount card or whatever for runners. So there's a lot of, I don't know how many runners they have in that. It's a lot, yeah.
We've asked us, it ends right in front of our door, and we've turned down the goodie bags because we weren't able to provide like 600 or like, it's a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of something.
People who run in half marathons tend to have, disposable income, and they have a thing at the brewery or after it's over, they've got you have something for them. Or you do the packet pickup.
We do pack a pickup and then there's like a beer.
Yeah.
They can get a beer after they run.
So those are two promotional things that I just put together earlier today to get out to businesses. And yeah.
We're doing car show again.
Yeah, that was something that.
My favorite. It's not my favorite.
That was something that came up, as far as when we were looking, before you came, I gave them a little bit of rundown about the special events presentation that we gave to council. That if you have any comments on any of that, you don't have to, don't put you on the spot.
Currently.
Okay. But they did see the cost of things like the car show, cost benefit for it. Currently in the special event policy, once the events are approved, we don't have it in the there's not really much of a mechanism of once they've happened of disallowing them to happen after that. So it'll be a policy update that'll have to be made for it. Yeah. And with the restriping of the street, it's gotten more difficult for them to set up, but currently they've applied and were approved for it.
Yeah. With all the new restaurants and things going in right there, it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Yeah.
Well, all I want to know
Parking
is
is
what
already
time is
tough
Oktoberfest at your,
I
see that on?
think it's 2:00.
Mhm.
It's gonna be great.
Patsy wants to be in the dump.
Either at 12.
Huh?
Patsy wants to be.
We'll still be setting up, so
Um,
indoor will be open.
yeah, so that's really about all that we've got.
Well, what,
Rock on Main, is that something new? I don't remember that happening.
That was submitted from the Arts Council.
Oh, okay.
And no, yeah, that we had gotten their schedule of events, so we could put it in our brochure. So I'm not sure, other than they just sent me what their schedule was. And that just, as far as I know, that's just TDA stage. So those aren't too bad. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, I've seen that some of the Ecusta Trail is paved. What's the big, do we know when it'll be open?
They're saying summer, what, June, I think?
First, second week in June, I think, in Etowah, right? From here.
Yeah.
But down on our part, on the south side of town,
Yeah, that'll be a part of that, June.
okay.
Yeah, and the TDA, they're gonna be doing just some cosmetic upgrades to that stage area there, just so that way it's kind of. And the just some landscaping and that type of thing, just so that way it's fresh and looks good for the trailhead.
So the Facebook thing, so if you guys didn't hear last week, it wasn't originally posted on Facebook, it was posted on a beer blog website, run by, Chris Powers. But he has a tradition of doing an April Fool's joke. And so last Tuesday,
Whatever day, April first was.
so he had posted on his site, what looked like a press release from a business that exists, Constellation Brands, that they had purchased a large part of Seventh Avenue and the businesses on Seventh Avenue and named individual businesses that had been purchased by Constellation Brands. It had email addresses on there for contact. It looked pretty legitimate. Well, that got shared on Facebook and then the shit kind of hit the fan. So anyway, just to clear, if you guys hear anything, it was completely false. We addressed it because we were named in the post. So we addressed it and we addressed it to countless people in-house that thought it was true. So, but it was, it was, and the next day, Chris had cleared up that it was an April Fool's joke, but the next.
It worked.
The next day, so, yeah, but yeah, none of that is true. We're all independently owned and operated. Thank you.
Yeah, I figured we didn't hear about it on downtown. Yeah. I didn't think-
Yeah, my phone. Yeah, you did a good job. You did a good job.
He does it every year though, so.
Something elaborate.
This one in particular created a lot of confusion. I mean, because I think a lot of people are kind of on edge of that stuff. So we had people kind of racing to our doors on Wednesday, hoping that, making sure it wasn't true.
Did they buy a bunch of stuff?
Sales were up like 4%.
Yeah, coming in to get, I'm on my break.
It's not nothing.
Well, my daughter sent a picture of a water bubble up a tree that supposedly gone up the tree that had lions at the base of the tree. And I just went, oh, that's cool. It was April Fool's, but that wasn't as significant as that joke.
Well, it's like, and unfortunately, it's what happens a lot on Facebook is the more stuff gets out there, the more the comments start rolling in and all that stuff and.
Fake news? Is that what you're talking?
So
Well, it's never a dull moment, Matt, that's all.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
anyway, but it's interesting when you're on the ground in the trenches doing face-to-face damage control,
Mhm.
So anyway, everything's fine.
When do we announce the Rhythm and Brews?
Yesterday.
Ah, okay.
It's on there.
Yeah, we announced, I don't have it on here. I'll,
I don't get on Facebook.
we just sent it out yet. Let's see, we haven't even put it like in our newsletter or anything. So line up for Rhythm and Brews. We've got June 19th, Big Daddy Love, Letters to Abigail's opener, July 17th, Florencia and the Filling with Lewandall, August 21st, Maggie Ball with Blake Elledge Band, Blake Elledge and Settle Tramp. September 18th, Broadcast, Caitlin Criskin Broadcast with Hustle Souls. October 16th, Bonafide Soul with Condon Griffin Band. So that'll be fun.
Any other updates on Rhythm and Brews? Anything other cool stuff?
What are the t-shirt colors, Jamie?
Can't remember now. The volunteer shirts are red. I can't remember what the sales shirts are. And then I can't remember if we've talked about this in the board or not, but as far as with Garden Jubilee goes, Terry has been she's really been trying to build up the speaker series, speaker showcase, to get some really good international speakers, and she's been getting them sponsored. One Bree Arthur is like an international plant author.
I love Brie Arthur. Good job.
Do you really know who she? Oh.
This is amazing.
Joe doesn't.
And so she's got it sponsored by Soil 3, so, and build a good relationship with them. So she's been killing it on getting Garden Jubilee, building that speaker series up. So then that way we can try to use that as ways to like, you know, get out of town folks to come in.
We
We
don't have enough people on Main Street for.
want them to come and stay in hotels and
What is Fairmont? What's the date on? What year?
Or kind of completed it, but it's under construction.
Oh, I Duh.
We noticed.
Exactly. They probably know where we're for sale.
we're kind of just popping around, but, and the bike racks, you know, we looked a couple years ago about those leaf.
Saw them going up already.
So
They're in
they,
front there. They look like leaves or
Yeah,
something.
mhm.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of them already put up today.
oh, did they? Oh, where?
I know they're.
Main Street? I was gonna say, you'll be seeing them soon. Oh,
I just walked up.
That was fast and complete.
I didn't realize we got them out. Cool. So we'll have some new bike racks. We've ordered a certain quantity of them. I can't remember what it is. And then we'll have plans on, future locations for them as funds allow.
It's gonna be part of public art.
Yeah, I mean, we went through the committee to look at them to make sure they were kind of artistic-ish.
So we don't have any,
Nice. They kind of open up the space of where the old ones were.
Yeah,
so we don't have to allocate right now for 7th on the bike racks.
yeah, a couple of them are gonna go over there.
We do have a couple spots.
Yeah,
The rest of them just going up and down Main Street.
I think in a couple of the parks
Parks.
too, like city parks.
Maybe go off
Yeah,
some other places like that.
Speaking of 7th, I noticed they put parking limitations, 2 hours signs.
That's just a reminder of the current,
Courtesy.
situation. Yeah, no, they just put them back up. So the parking policy down there has been the same for years.
Mhm.
It's 2-hour parking on 7th and untimed parking on the side streets.
But is it monitored? Like,
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
oh, okay.
Yep. I mean, parking, now more than ever is important to everybody. So, those signs were put back up just as a reminder that that's the current policy on 7th Avenue is 2 hours. So, yeah, parking enforcement is doing a great job.
George is on it.
Yeah. And we couldn't get Costco? Why couldn't Mills River get Costco? I mean, seriously,
They told us when we did
Costco's going to Asheville.
oh,
Really?
the comp plan stuff.
Which,
Costco and Trader Joe's, they told us about both of those.
Really?
Trader Joe's, I think we didn't have enough like post-secondary degrees.
Blue Ridge Mall.
And then Costco, I think, maybe we didn't have enough people?
We don't have enough people for Costco.
Yeah, it's
Where's
just,
the Costco going in Asheville?
it's going,
South Asheville?
Canton, it's actually
side.
west, yeah,
Louise.
west Asheville.
Greenville's.
I mean, you might.
Well, it's also,
I know.
on the south side, it's also close to Greenville, which has one.
Right. So is it strategic?
Population
Yeah,
split.
yeah, but yeah, they're all about population centers. If the demographics aren't there, they're not gonna build, so.
Rooftops.
Not enough. Not enough. For Trader Joe's. They're pretentious.
you gotta find a place that's really hard to get in and out of in your car. That's all I have.
So that's kind of updates, but also some or informal discussion. Do we have any new business?
Well, I have one item.
Okay,
I know May 3rd's a busy day, but it's also the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, boy.
And I'll be downtown at the opening, helping out there earlier, but my association has a social event every month and we're watching the Kentucky Derby starting at 5:30 and we're having sandwiches from 3 Chopped, the sandwich chips, cookies. And we're looking for 2 to 3 people that would like to come judge the decorated hats for the Kentucky Derby. So if anybody would like to have a free 3 Chopped meal, and come and have a lot of fun laughing at all, everybody.
Cool.
We would love to have you and, we're a fun group and there's all ages, but it'll be mostly older people at this event, of course. So if you'd like to, let me know. I'll put your name down and get your, what sandwich you want and be excited.
Julep fountain.
All
you can drink of minerals.
Well, we will have punch. And we require everybody bring their own alcoholic beverage, but I could bring something for you.
You gotta have the shaved ice, Nancy. You gotta have the shaved ice.
Yeah, and I have a $2,100 budget for 12 social events a year, so. Fine alcohol. But, you know, we would love to have somebody from the city come judge us, and the ladies are decorating up their hats. It's a hoot. It is.
I hate to say this, but I'm gonna be at a dance competition, so.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
Can't
On May 3rd. Oh, where?
blame Cole. We'll be in Morganton.
You're going to be dancing?
I'm not dancing, Cole's dancing.
Oh. I thought you just said I'm going to be.
That's the way I heard it.
I'll be at a dance competition.
No offense, Nancy, but I'm way more likely to go.
No, I will not be dancing. I will just be
Okay.
helping to change and apply.
My event's not till 5:30. You could do both.
I hate it. I'm gonna miss the opening.
I know, I hate it too.
I'm gonna be there.
I have to, I'm having my daughter's having our first grandchild. So we'll be visiting her. She lives a long way away.
That's exciting.
Maybe I'll just get Gina to FaceTime me in when we do the ribbon cutting.
That's awesome. Congrats.
I'll do that.
I'll cut my own little piece of yarn.
Jane, do you have any idea about?
Sure does. Oh, yeah, that one would be good.
What?
September righteous.
What is that? What? Oh, sure.
The D9 place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they put their sign up. Cafe Row?
Yeah.
Inside it.
Can you?
Yeah,
Looks like they were getting close then.
yeah, electric's all done, and I think most of the other construction's finished.
You can't get to them fast enough.
I know.
Any other, yeah, you could throw it out there anytime.
I defer to the chair.
You make the motion, bud.
You're the chair.
I have to
I'll
make a
throw
motion.
something out there, if we're looking for kill time here.
Matthew just whispered in my ear.
If anybody is interested, there's still tickets for my game show, April 21st. Come see it. It's gonna be fun.
Where is
The
it?
Improv Comedy Game Show at Flat Rock Cinema,
Oh,
day after Easter, 6:30. Yep. Got 3 comedians. I got some really great prizes. The first one went great. Thank you, Jamie, for that prize. That went over great as the grand prize.
Free parking coupons.
Yeah, with,
Oh.
for the free parking, and I got some gift cards.
Wow.
So are you the host of the game show?
I was the producer. I was in the first one because I produced it and I knew how it worked, but
Yeah.
now I got 3 brand new comedians.
6:30?
It's a game show, you
It's a
said?
game show. Yep, I put 3 comedians to do a bunch of weird things up on stage and you guys all laugh and hopefully that's how we pick a winner.
Is that like?
What is the date again?
Show where the answers were the letter 2 or the rubber glove?
No, it's improv style. So like we're gonna give them prompts like scenes and things like that and they just have to do it. And then based on your laughter, we decide who
Oh.
the funniest person of the night was.
Oh, okay, that's.
And they get a stupid prize that I find from the clearance item in Walmart.
uh,
And then they pick somebody in the audience to win a real tangible, valuable prize.
Cool.
2 tickets for Biltmore are up for this one.
Oh, nice.
How much are the tickets?
For you,
That means you're gonna.
$10. They're $10 a ticket.
And you get them from you directly
No,
or?
you go to the Flat Rock Cinema.
Okay.
And what's the date? 19th?
It's the 21st. It's on Monday night.
Pass it around.
So they,
Okay. This one. There will be one in May. It's gonna be a monthly show. It's the second one.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it should be fun. Sweet.
I think you should put that sign right where you are, producing so everybody knows.
Oh, I'll be in the back dressed as the Pope because I haven't burned the fries out and it's Easter related. Any way to make a fool of myself.
A rabbit suit. A big bunny.
oh my
All right, I make a motion to adjourn.
This is the quickest meeting we've ever had. Thank you very much, everyone.